You just need to sign one document or like fix a single typo in a PDF, but Adobe is demanding $20 a month? Do not pay for it. I spent the past month editing way more PDFs than any human should. And in this video, I'll show you my favorite ways to edit any PDF very quickly. Some of these tools you already probably have on your computer. And if those don't cut it, I'll also recommend some great free options for more advanced edits. I'm breaking these methods into essentially 3 levels: good, better, and best, depending on how much control you need and how fast of a solution you need, right? And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which tool to use for your specific situation. And if this saves you from adding yet another subscription, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. Thank you. Let's start with the fastest solution if you don't want to install anything and if you're in a hurry and you can't watch this whole video, so this is for you, right? You just need to edit this PDF right now, and the best one I found is Canva's PDF editor. And here's what makes it different. Most online editors just let you slap text boxes on top of existing content, and Canva actually breaks your PDF down into editable elements. Let me show you exactly how this works. Now, I'm heading to Canva's free online PDF editor, which I'm going to link to you obviously in the description box below, and I'll click Upload your PDF. And watch here what happens when I drag my invoice file in here. So Canva obviously imports it and treats each element as something I can click on and modify, right? See this text right here? I'm clicking directly on it, and now I'm typing new text, right? So the font matches, the size matches. It's not just a box on top, it's actually editing the element itself. And I can also add images. I'll click on elements on the left and I search for what I need. So right here. And drag it right onto my PDF. Need to add a signature? No problem, right? Click on draw and sign with your mouse or with your trackpad. It's always a little bit awkward to sign with the mouse, right? But here you go. I mean, done, right? I use this most of the time for invoices when I catch those tiny mistakes, like if there's a wrong date, a wrong total, a wrong description of the invoice item, right, that your vendor like requests from you, stuff like that. And I just open the file in Canva, I click the date field, and because it's easier than opening up your invoicing program and switching the invoice back to draft mode and then downloading it. So that's like a whole other like step-by-step process. And it takes me maybe 45 seconds from start to finish. And once you're done, you can share your design for feedback or like download it right away. You can compress the file or export it as a JPEG, PNG, or back to PDF, obviously, whatever you need. So PDF is probably the most common way. And I got a quick favor before we move on. And if this really is saving you from paying for Adobe, hit that like button. And if you want more videos like this, where I essentially find free alternatives to expensive subscription software, subscribe, pun intended, to the channel. And all right, let's keep going. If Canva doesn't fit your needs, I've also tested SmallPDF and PDF Escape, and they've got their own strengths, I would say. So SmallPDF is great for quick tasks like merging PDFs or compressing files. And with a free version, you can add text, you can draw, you can highlight, you can sign, insert shapes, you can redact, and add images. It's all free, which is great. Now, you will hit some limits with a free account. You can only process 2 conversions per day, and editing text is locked behind the premium plan. So the real hack is their 7-day pro trial, which gives you full access to text editing. So if you just need to edit like a single PDF, I recommend grabbing the trial, and then you can cancel it before the week is over. And then, well, if you need it more, then obviously you got to pay. But I think that's a decent option for now. When you upload a PDF to SmallPDF, it breaks the document into editable blocks. And here's what really impressed me. The font matching is scary accurate. So I've edited invoices and marketing brochures during my testing, and I honestly can't tell where the original text ends and my edits begin. It's really smooth. So here's how it works. Now, go to their website, then tap Edit PDF, and upload your PDF. And SmallPDF automatically takes text blocks and images from form fields. So you can click any text element and start like typing your changes, right? So here you can choose a font, right? As well, like so. You can adjust the text size, change the color, change the text style. And also here, the alignment using the toolbar at the top. And if you know how to work Microsoft Word, you're used to all these little symbols and what they mean, and it should be fairly simple for you. Now, PDF Escape is another solid choice if you want a quick browser-based editor with really no downloads needed. And with a free version, you can edit PDFs, fill out or create basic forms, and add passwords, and share your files directly online. And it's super easy to try out, right? Just go to PDF Escape Online. I'm linking everything in the description box below, like you can see I'm doing here. And upload your PDF, right? Essentially, you're good to go. You can add text right here, shapes as well, photos, or your own signature, then edit, and boom, download your file just like this. And the good thing is it's all for free. PDF Escape also has a Windows app if you prefer working with desktop software. You will hit a few limits though, I would say, and this is important to understand. With a free version, you can upload files only up to 10 megabytes, and you cannot merge PDF files, convert to Word or like other formats, and watermark or page numbers, or compress your PDFs, right? All that is not possible. You cannot, and this is the big one, I would say, edit text or images that already exist in the PDF. If you've got a PDF that says John Smith and you needed to say Jane Doe, PDF Escape can't help you. All it can do is slap a white box over John Smith and let you type Jane Doe on top. Well, this technically works, but I guess it's the PDF editing equivalent of using a whiteout on your computer screen. So it doesn't make a lot of sense. To be honest, it's not ideal. So if you're editing existing content, circle back to SmallPDF instead, or use one of the more powerful methods I'm about to show you right now. PDF Escape is best for form filling. So if you've got a rental application, I don't know, a government form, or one of those documents where you like just need to type in boxes and sign at the bottom, PDF Escape is perfect for that. The 10 megabyte limit sounds small, but most form PDFs are tiny, so they're probably 1 or 2 megabytes max, which, well, you should basically be good to go with that. And here's something wild that most people don't know. If you're on Windows and you have Word installed, you already essentially have a full PDF editor, not just for viewing, for actual pretty serious editing. But here's the thing. You can't just double-click a PDF and expect it to open in Word. And let me show you the right way to do this first, right? Open Microsoft Word first, then click File and Open. And you want to navigate to your PDF file, like so. And when you select it, Word throws up this warning right here. And in this case, you want to click OK. Now look at this. Microsoft Word converts the PDF into a native Word doc where all the text becomes editable, images stay pretty much in place, and tables remain tables. And this is always something that amazes me. The magic of technology, right? And now you're working with a Word document, which means you get full Word capabilities like spell check, grammar check, you can track changes, and the conversion works best with text-heavy documents, and I've edited contracts, proposals, and reports, well, with essentially 0 issues. It does struggle a little bit with design-heavy PDFs like brochures or flyers because the layouts, like, they can shift around a little bit and it's a bit more fiddly, I would say, right? And look, I get it. I mean, you're basically asking Word to reverse engineer something built on a different tool, and sometimes it just gives up. Images like slide around and text boxes go rogue, and suddenly your like perfectly aligned flyer looks like it went through the blender. And there's another heads up. If your PDF has fillable form fields, they disappear in the conversion. Word treats everything as static content. So if you are working with a form that has drop-down menus or checkboxes, use one of the other methods that I'm showing you. But for editing actual text content in a PDF, I mean, this is hands down probably the most powerful free options for Windows users. By the way, if you want to stay up to date on stuff like this, breaking tech stories, deep dives into complicated topics with actual actionable steps, wow, this is like a tongue twister, actual actionable steps, plus the best deals on cloud storage, check out our newsletter. The link is, as always, in the description box below. It's free, obviously. There's no spam. It's just useful stuff from yours truly. And I really hope you do enjoy that. Okay, back to PDF editing. If you are on a Mac and you're a user like me who loves their Mac and you're not going to switch, don't sleep on Preview. You know that little app that opens when you double-click an image or PDF? It's really hiding some really useful editing features. And yeah, sure, most people, I mean, just use it for viewing images, but it's way more powerful than you'd think. In fact, I'd argue Preview has better PDF editing features than many paid apps. I use it essentially constantly for signing or rearranging pages in my PDF. And let me show you how this works, right? Essentially open any PDF in Preview and click that markup toolbar icon up here that looks like a pen tip. And now you've got a full annotation toolkit right there. You need to add text. Well, click the T button for the text tool and click anywhere on your PDF and start typing like this. So we have a text field. And you can start typing and we'll show you obviously what you're typing. You move it around and place it accordingly. And as you can see, I can change the font of the text. I can change here the size, and obviously I can change the color with the options that appear. Now, to rearrange pages, it's also pretty similar. I just switch to the thumbnail view by clicking View and then Thumbnails, right? So on the left-hand side, you can see the overview of your PDF. Now, I can drag these pages around like so to reorder them, or I can even delete these pages by selecting them and hitting delete, like so. And I can even combine multiple PDFs by dragging one PDF thumbnails into the other like this. So it's a little bit of a detail with a mouse here that you need to practice. And there's also the draw tool here that's like perfect for marking up documents. I can use it to circle sections. I can draw arrows if I have to give feedback on something or whatever, and add a quick annotation when I review documents with my team or with my bookkeeper or whatever it is, right? Let's say I need to sign this, right? I just click Signatures in the markup toolbar, right? And Preview asks me to sign my name on a white piece of paper and hold it up into the camera. I know it sounds a bit weird, but it works great. Preview essentially captures your signature. It removes the background, and now you can basically drop it onto any PDF with one click. It's quite satisfying because I don't have to fiddle around with signing on my trackpad or even using the mouse, God forbid, to sign my documents. And what Preview can't do, unfortunately, is edit the actual text that's already in the PDF. Now, if there's a typo in the original document, you can't just like click on that text and fix it. You'd have to like cover it with a white rectangle and then you type new text over it, which is super clunky. I don't like that solution at all. And for that kind of editing, I mean, Windows users should jump to the Microsoft Word method I showed earlier. But for annotations, signatures, and page management, I mean, Preview handles it all without installing anything extra on the Mac. Okay, but what if you truly need Adobe-level features? How about getting those for free? How does that sound? Nah, I know, it's great, but there is the most powerful option on our list, and this is LibreOffice. It's free, it's open source, and gives you legitimate PDF editing powers that rivals Adobe Acrobat. Now, first, head to LibreOffice.org and grab the installer for your operating system. It's a full Office suite. It's similar to Microsoft Office, but it won't cost you a cent. The tool we want is called LibreOffice Draw. Let me show you exactly what it can do. First, I'll open LibreOffice Draw, and click File, then Open, and I'll select the PDF I want to edit. And as you can see, Draw imports the PDF and breaks it down into editable elements. Now, I can click on any text and edit it directly. I can change fonts, adjust the sizes, reflow the paragraphs even, basically whatever I want. Next, I click on one of these images here, and you can see that I can move them, right? I can even resize them, or I can replace them within the text. The level of control here is generally impressive for free software, and I've used LibreOffice Draw to completely redesign a PDF brochure where I changed all the text. I swapped out images and readjusted colors, and when I exported it back to PDF, it looked exactly how I wanted it. Now, the interface takes some getting used to, I must admit, if you're coming from Adobe, but I took a really deep breath. I poked around for a few minutes, and I figured it out. It's not so difficult. Now, here's what makes LibreOffice Draw absolutely worth the learning curve. Those nightmare PDFs with multiple columns, embedded images everywhere, and formatting that makes you question your life choices, well, Draw just handles them, right? Canva sometimes freaks out and shifts things around and doesn't know where to put things, right? And Microsoft Word throws up its hands in defeat and says, oh, I can't. But LibreOffice Draw, well, keeps everything exactly where it's supposed to be while still letting you edit it. The downside, well, you have to download and install software. So if you're on a work computer where you can't install programs, this might not work. But if you're on your personal laptop and you regularly need to edit PDFs, which probably all of us do, LibreOffice is absolutely worth it. So which method should you use? The right tool, as always, depends on what you're trying to do. If you need to sign a document right now and you're on a Mac, open it in Preview, use the signature tool, and you're done in 30 seconds. Done, right? If you need to fill out a form with text fields, just use Canva. Easy. It's a PDF editor, handles this perfectly in your browser, operating system agnostic. Upload, click the fields, type, download, boom. If you're Windows users and need to edit multiple paragraphs of text in a contract, open it in Microsoft Word, edit it, and save it as PDF. If you need to redesign a flyer or make complex layout changes, LibreOffice Draw gives you the control that you need. And if you're on a work computer and can't install anything, Canva's browser-based editor is your solution. Well, the bottom line here is match the tool to the task. Don't overthink it. And if this helps you avoid paying for Adobe, subscribe to the channel because I am constantly testing software and finding free alternatives to expensive software as a service subscriptions. And there's no reason to pay $20 a month, my God, for features you can get for free if you really know where to look. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one. Bye-bye.